Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the Good and the Beautiful's curriculum that I got for our school year. And so if you enjoy this type of content and other homeschool and lifestyle content, please remember to subscribe and let's get into it. All right, so I just posted a video of the very end of our 6-month trip to Africa. We finished it off in England and in Paris and came home. I have been sick with a cold for 3 weeks. We've been home for a week and a half, basically. And so if you want to get the last bit of the updates and see where we stayed in Paris, you can go back and watch that video or watch anything from the last 6 months if you're curious what we were doing in Africa. But I ordered some of our homeschool curriculum. There's still a few other things I need to order. And I got this in March during the sale. So they have usually a sale every March, and it's one of the biggest ones, or like really the only big sale that the Good and the Beautiful has for the year. And so I ordered it, and our mail was forwarded to my in-laws, and they live a couple hours away. So I wasn't gonna send them all these boxes. So I sent them to my neighbor who was watching our house while we were gone, and she put them in my house when they came. And so that's what we have here. And then when they came out with the new electives just a couple weeks ago, I think we were in Paris, I ordered them and then sent them to our house here because our mail forwarding had stopped and we were gonna be home in just a few days. So I do have some of those to show you. And then they also have, I at least know, the language arts for level 6, I believe is supposed to release this summer. And I need that for one of my kids. So I don't have that for him yet. I'll just wait till it comes out, and then I'm just waiting to see what other new releases they have. But I'll also be picking up other curriculum from other companies too, not just from the Good and the Beautiful. So you won't really see like much math. I think I have one math book or things like that, because some of it's gonna be coming from other places. But I figured I'd just unbox this. It's not a huge unboxing, but I'd show you what I got, what we're gonna be using from the Good and Beautiful this next school year. All right, so I got everything unboxed, so you didn't have to listen to me going through boxes. And we'll start off with my 4th grader. I believe she's going into 4th grade. Not all my kids are on the same like level in bookwork as they are in grades. And so sometimes I can't remember exactly. But she is gonna be doing level 3 in language arts from the Good and the Beautiful. And she just finished level 2, or almost finished, while we were in Africa. So we have the book. It comes with a spelling book, and there are readers that come along with them. We already have the readers because my son just did this a couple years ago or last year. And so I didn't buy the readers new since I still have them. And then also she is doing math 5. So she's on level 3 for language arts, but math 5 for math, right? and she's in 4th grade. That's why it's confusing to me. But I got this for her. It comes with the mental math, and there is an answer key that comes with it. Some of them we already have answer keys for, some of them we don't. I never can remember. So that's what she's gonna be doing. All of her stuff is still basically from the Good and the Beautiful. My other kids that are getting older will have things from different companies as well, just because it's kind of this mix and match thing, and the Good and the Beautiful's math only goes to math 8. So that's kind of where we're at this point in our lives, is having to mix and match everything as my kids get older. So the next thing is language arts for my oldest 2 kids. So this is high school, I think, yeah, high school 1 is the course right here. And I have not used any of the Good and the Beautiful's high school language arts before. This is the first time I've had kids that are old enough to be in it. So my oldest will be in 9th grade, and then his sister's in 8th grade. They've been on the same language arts levels for several years. And so we're just doing this. I still buy them separate for them because otherwise they're trying to share books and everything, and it's just easier if they have their own stuff to work through. So I have 2 of each of these. So this is like the whole packet thing. And then it also comes with a grammar and writing guide. And it has its own like geography stuff that it comes with. And then a whole bunch of books that they'll be reading through. So I got that times 2 for all of them, all of them. There's just 2 of them, but So that's a lot of stuff that encompassed a lot of what we got for curriculum from them. And then I also got the history year 2. So here is the history stories. They recently revised these. We did history 1 last year, and it was pretty new. And then over the course of this last year, they've come out with history 2. So this is the maps and images books. I'm trying to remember. I'm like, oh, it's all coming back to me. It's been a few weeks and we've been traveling a lot, so my brain is pretty fried. So this one has maps and images in it. In year 1, oh yeah, it's the same in this one. It has some like little cutouts that you would that are perforated that you can take out for the different lessons, and it tells you when to use those. And then the stories, you can read them yourself, or on the app, you can just go in and pick the story, and it has a little code, I think, at the top of each of the stories, and you just put it in. Yeah, so it has an access code right here. So when you go into the app, you put in this code, and then you can just listen to it, and then it dings and you flip the pages, which reminds me of being in elementary school. And so I like doing that because it saves my voice. Since I'm already like talking so much, it really helps that I don't have to read everything. And then this is the course book. I really liked the history curriculum. It's consistently like 30 minutes or less most of the time, and it's not overwhelming. Sometimes things are just too much, which is sort of the case with their US Constitution class from the Good and the Beautiful. Some of it is just very, very long, but I don't feel like that's the case with their history curriculum. And then I got the workbooks. The older ones are for 7th and 8th graders, and my oldest is going into 9th grade, but I'm still just gonna have him work through this with us. And so I got 2 of these, and these ones are quite a lot bigger than these, and these ones they feel smaller than even the year 1 ones. The year 1 ones. So these are for 3 through 6th grade. So I have 2 kids fit in this category and 2 that mostly fit in this category. The older ones have extension activities after the lesson. So usually it's more reading, sometimes more writing. And I had my older kids do that this last year. And so that's why I'm just still gonna have my oldest son participate in the history with us as part of like our group work. So we got the new history curriculum from them, and then some elective things. So this one, the drawing one, was already out, and I picked it up with all the rest of the curriculum. And then a few weeks ago, they came out with some other new electives. And we did the music appreciation elective while we were in Africa, and I really, really loved that one. I'll do like a whole like end of year curriculum review video as well, so I'll talk more about those. So we're gonna do this. I might have multiple kids that wanna do this. I haven't decided yet. I just picked it up because I have a lot of kids that like to draw. My oldest son really likes to draw. And so I figured we'd try that out. It's for grades 5 and older. And then these ones are for pre-K to 2, to like 2nd grade, that they just came out with a few weeks ago. So finger painting, and I mostly just wanted to see what they were like. I don't love like giving my little kids finger paints. I'm a little bit like OCD about things like making messes and being clean, but I try to be cool sometimes. I'm just not very good at it, but I thought this could be fun, right? It gives some different ideas. There's like a little snowman to do. And then they also came out with a kitchen science one that's the same for pre-K to 2nd grade that has some different experiments in it, just like simple science basically for younger kids. And then this one will be for my older daughter. She is going to be in 8th grade, and it's cooking. So it says it's for grades 5 through 12. And it has, I haven't looked through any of these because I just opened them. So this looks super fun. Snack mix and stovetop popcorn. I know there was something for crepes in here that looked fun. They have like poached egg, teaching you how to do these things. And for the music appreciation, there was a whole section for it on the app for teaching, and they had little lessons and they go through the workbook. And so I'm excited to see how these all work too, because I really love the layout of everything and how the app has been working. It's really been so nice. And so we'll have to try these out and let you know how it goes, but I'm excited to have those electives. All right, so that is my haul so far from the Good and the Beautiful. There's always more. There just always happens to be more. And I already told you that I still needed to get language arts from them later. So there might be other things if they release other new things that I'm interested in. So let me know if you're already getting school curriculum for this next year, maybe something that's your favorite that you got, put that down in the comments. And remember to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.